really do have an impeccable sense of style. I really love what you're wearing.
Thank you.
Oh, it just kind of...
I'm waiting for the second part of that, yeah?
No, the way it just blends in perfectly with the environments. I mean, your green dress is exactly the same colours as Harty's. Beautiful.
Yes, but I don't smell quite as bad.
No, you don't.
Apart from my feet.
Even though you, yeah.
I can't wear these shoes because we're on a jetty.
Luckily there's a good breeze blowing. But I guess in a way, I mean, trying to tie into a motoring show and bring
we're still talking about cars.
I guess this is kind of like the before and after for Harty's, blue to green, which is where we're going with this whole new Peugeot.
Because this is still a car show.
It is.
Not a boat show.
No.
Or a fashion show.
That was quite clever.
So RCZ, before and after.
Mm.
We kind of thinking that this is the, stop it, this is the marker point for Peugeot.
Going forward. Yeah.
Because this is now their halo car.
And you see what I'm doing here is I'm kind of rocking the environment for Peugeot, making waves.
Because it's a whole new story. It rocks. It does rock.
I mean, I'm doing this not to irritate Lindsay. I mean, I would never be so childish. Come on.
If it's not in the car, you've got to find some way to irritate me.
No, but I think this is going to make waves for Peugeot in the SA market because finally they've got a halo brand. That little line's been so sedate, like a little pussycat on the front of the bonnet. Finally, it's got a roar.
I think it's purring. It's purring because you drive this car and you feel contentment.
Okay, no, it purrs when you drive. When I drive, it roars.
Well, shall we go drive it then?
Okay, off you go.
See.
You're right.
I'm fine.
How are your sea legs?
I'm fine. Stop it now.
I can see your legs from here. We're not even going to focus on the front of the RCZ because...
You've seen it all before, to be honest.
You've seen one Peugeot, you've seen them all.
Quite funny though, because you understand the need to make a car look like it's part of the family, but when you're creating a halo car, you almost wanted something a little more in front.
Well look, maybe we're the exception to this belief because they've just won the coveted Red Dot Design Award, which I mean, they won the best of the best, 4,700 products entered, and they reckon this was the most innovative design. So maybe they just weren't looking at it from the front either.
Look, you know a car's got really nice lines when the cameraman tells you to move out the shot because you're blocking the lines of the car.
Do you want me to kick him or you?
Yeah. You know this is something different because it is the RCZ. That's the thing that's going to tell you that this is not any old Peugeot, because Peugeot always goes with zeros in the middle of their nomenclatures.
Their what?
Nomenclatures.
Wow, okay. They must drop the zeros more often.
Higher grade.
Yeah, I know. Look, I went to school in PE, so things are a bit slow there.
You're used to zeros.
They need to drop the zeros and the numbers more often if they're going to start designing cars like this. For me, this is kind of like zero to hero. Yeah. Because this is what Peugeot has needed. Seeing as we're on the back end, and we can talk about the integrated rear spoiler, which does obviously add something special when you're asking the car at speed. Yeah. 2-stage as well, so pops up at 85 and again at 155 with different angles, 19 to 33 degrees. So, you know, it's giving that robust handling and performance and downforce as well.
Now you're just trying to prove that you know your figures.
No,
anyway,
I just read the press release.
What do you think about, you know, obviously everyone compares this with a TT.
Yeah, I prefer this.
Do you?
Maybe I prefer the old TT to the new one.
Yeah.
The new one's too soft, and this has got a bit more going for it because muscular fenders, which kind of toned down on the TT.
Nice
this thing, it looks like it really means business. So
and these as well.
The aluminium lines, the double bubble. We've got to talk about that.
We have to talk about the double bubble.
Yeah, I mean, it's meant to be giving extra headroom for the occasional seats in the back. But
which it doesn't really, but what it does do is let in a lot of light into the cabin, which does make a hell of a lot of difference.
Well,
so apart from being a design
That's where I was
feature.
going with the TT, because when you're inside, it's quite a claustrophobic little space. They really have opened this up nicely by bringing in that double bubble.
So we've established, and I think just having driven it around a lot, everybody looks at it. I think we've established this is a very nice looking car.
You.
It makes me purr.
You love it so much you drove right past us and you noticed us parking a bit.
Let's go talk about the inside. It is a very nice place to be, this cockpit.
We've always loved that with Peugeot. I mean, you can never fault them. That plushness, soft leather. I mean, the seats are body hugging. I mean, it's exactly what you want in a sports car. Yeah. But still super plush, super comfortable. Quite simple, man.
Very simple, apart from this simple, as in stupid
Maybe
thing.
I thought it was a Bentley.
Well, yeah, that's a bit wannabe.
You know what is cool? When you are sitting inside, you know, you really do appreciate the double bubble. Yeah. And all that glass, because I think your visibility is amazing. It's a very light cabin.
Lots more light, yeah.
It just entertains me, this whole occasional seat. I mean, what is an occasional seat?
They're seats that you use occasionally.
Oh, come do me a favour. You can't even fit in there.
I can't. You know what? Looking back at them, I thought they looked bigger than some of the other cars that we've been in, but I tried to sit in it and it was a bit ridiculous.
The double bubble's meant to help with headroom, but doesn't work. One thing that is cool though is you don't expect to get much loading space, and this has a really good boot. I think it's about 380 odd litres, and the seats flip forward, which is pretty cool.
Gives you more. Don't you think that maybe they're leaving space for a roof?
It's got a roof.
A fold-away roof.
That's what we want. Can you imagine this topless?
Stunning.
Wow.
Well, you think it'd be stunning. Sometimes it doesn't always work, but
this will work.
But unfortunately, I mean, this car handles amazingly, and topless it may not, you know, as it always does, compromises the drive. And this is a great drive.
It does. Look, I mean, they're all talking about platform 2, which is what they've obviously based this on, and that's what's going to give it that rigid, good handling that it does have.
It does feel sporty.
It does, but
really.
it's got the wide flanks, the wide rubber. This thing's made to handle, which is pretty sweet. 2 motors.
Yeah.
Both 1.6 turbos, and when I first heard, I thought 147 kilowatts. Is it enough?
Plenty.
The entry is 115, but when a car only weighs 1.3 tons, it's light.
This car goes, it really does, and the way that this gearbox, I mean, it's lovely and sporty, notchy, the way it moves, but also just the power that you have, even in 6th gear, you can just go. So I guess the ultimate question with this car is whether you would buy it over its competitors. The main one, of course, being the TT, sitting at $399, where this is $376.
Well, performance exactly the same. Price is where the difference is. 25 grand cheaper is our beautiful little RCZ.
Yeah.
I think it's fresher.
I think you're going to buy it because it's more unique.
Man, this is fresh. This is new.
Yeah.
TT's deflated airbags.
Yeah. You think? I guess it's just, then it boils down to decision, French or German.
Time for the French.
Time for the French, maybe.